Dear students, today we are going to discuss how to draw the graphs of trigonometric functions. So let us see. First of all, we will discuss the domain and range of the trigonometric functions. We know the definition of function. Function is called as, it is a relation in which every element of set A must be related to unique element of set B. Then the relation is called as functions. Now if you define the trigonometric ratios as a functions, then we have to define the domain and range of every trigonometric function. So let us see what is the domain and range of trigonometric functions. So see this table. Now first function is sin x, y is equal to sin x. Now to define this as a function, the domain of this sin x is r. R means real line, whole real line. And codomain of this function is close interval -1 to 1. That means value of sin x lies between -1 to 1. Minimum value is -1 and maximum value is 1 for any angle. Value of the sine ratio lies between -1 to 1. So that's why it is called as codomain. Similarly, for cos x, the domain of cos x is r and codomain is close interval -1 to 1, just like sin x. Okay. Now for tan x, now if you want to consider tan x as a function, then the domain of the tan x is r minus, in curly bracket, 2n plus 1 into pi by 2, where n belongs to z. Z means set of integers. Means to define tan x as a function, we have to remove the angles from the real numbers, that is 2n plus 1 into pi by 2, means odd multiples of pi by 2. We have to remove the angles which are odd multiples of pi by 2, because for pi by 2 tan function is not defined, because tan pi by 2 is equal to infinity. So in general we have to remove all the points from the real line where tan is infinity. So here the domain of the tan function is r minus 2n plus 1 into pi by 2. 2n plus 1 indicates the odd multiple of pi by 2. Means for example 1 into pi by 2, 3 into pi by 2, because n belongs to z. Means for 3 pi by 2 tan x is infinity. For 5 pi by 2 tan x is infinity. So remove all those points from real line and consider it as a domain, and hence we get the tan ratio as a function, or you can define tan ratio as a function with this domain. Now codomain of the tan function is r, whole real line. It is the codomain. Then similarly for cot x, the domain of cot x is r minus n pi, where n belongs to z, where z is set of integer. Cot x means cos x upon sin x, means whenever sin x becomes 0, cot x becomes infinity. So remove all the points where sin ratio is 0. Now sin ratio is 0 for the angle n pi, all the angles n pi, n belongs to z, means for 0 degree, for 180 degree, and so on, like this. So in general n pi. So sin x is 0, that implies cot x is infinity. So remove all the points from the real line, and that will you will get the domain of the cot x. So domain of the cot x is r minus n pi, where n belongs to z, and codomain is real line, whole real line. This is for cot x. Then for sec x, now sec x is reciprocal of cos x. So that's why whenever cos x is 0, sec x is infinity. So to define sec x as a function, we have to remove all the points, all the angles where cos becomes 0. So that's why domain of the sec function is r minus 2n plus 1 into pi by 2, where n belongs to z. We have removed all the points where cos x is 0. Cos x is 0 when angle is 2n plus 1 into pi by 2. So if you remove that, then you will get the domain of the sec function. And codomain is what? Codomain is r minus open interval minus 1 to 1, because it is the reciprocal of cos x, and value of cos x lies between closed interval minus 1 to 1, and if you take the reciprocal of it, then we have to remove the open interval minus 1 to 1 from the real line. So this is the codomain. Then last one, for cosec x. Now cosec x is infinity whenever sin x is equal to 0. So we have to remove all the points, all the angles from the real line where sin x is equal to 0, and that will be the domain of this cosec x. So sin x is 0 means angle x is n pi, where n belongs to z. So if you remove that point, so r minus n pi where n belongs to z, then it will be a domain of cosec x. And codomain will be same as sec x, because cosec x is the reciprocal of sin x, and we know that the codomain of sin x is closed interval minus 1 to 1, and if you remove all that points from the real line, open interval minus 1 to 1, then you will get the codomain of cosec x. So to become a function, we have to define the proper domain and codomain. So this is just a revision how to define the trigonometric ratios as a function and corresponding domain and codomain. Now today we are going to discuss how to draw the graph of the trigonometric functions. So let us see now. Now earlier we have defined all the trigonometric functions on the standard unit circle. So see here, this is the unit circle. Unit circle means having radius r is equal to 1. That is called as unit circle. Now if you take any point on the circumference of the circle, then we know that value of x coordinate means it is the value of cos theta for that particular angle, and also we know that y coordinate means value of sin theta for that particular angle, means angle depends on the position of this point on the circumference of the circle. Now if you consider the standard points here, then for this point angle will be 0. Now for 0, see the coordinates 1, 0. So x coordinate means here it is 1, y coordinate is 0. Now x coordinate is value of cos. So cos 0 is 1. From this figure, cos 0 is 1 and sin 0 is 0. Now for this particular point P, the angle it is measured from positive x-axis and in anti-clockwise direction, then angle, corresponding angle is 90 degree. So here cos 90 degree is 0, sin 90 degree is 1. Similarly here the angle for this point P, angle is 180 degree. So cos 180 degree is minus 1, sin 180 degree is 0. Similarly here the angle is 270 degree. So cos 270 degree or cos 3 pi by 2 is 0 and sin 3 pi by 2 is minus 1. So on like this, if you rotate this in anti-clockwise direction, and depending on the position of this point P, we will get the value of sine and cosine ratio for the particular angle, because we know that x means cos theta and y means sin theta. That is, x coordinate is cos ratio and y coordinate is sine ratio. And if you rotate this in clockwise direction from positive x-axis, if you rotate this in clockwise direction, then this one is minus pi by 2, this one is minus pi, then minus 3 pi by 2, minus 2 pi. So for negative angle also you will get the corresponding trigonometric ratios, means cos ratio and sine ratio. So remember this. Now we will draw the graph of sine function. So consider the function y is equal to sine x, and to get the graph of this sine function we will prepare the table. So for that, here the angle is x, so we will take some standard angles, and now we will try to find out the values of sine function or value of y is equal to sine x for all these standard angles. Now here, as per our knowledge, we know that value of y coordinate means value of sine ratio for that particular angle. Now suppose the angle is 0 degree, then the position of the point P is here. So value of y coordinate is 0. See here. So for angle x is equal to 0, value of sine 0 is 0. Similarly for pi by 2, here it is pi by 2. From positive x-axis we have to measure the angle in anti-clockwise direction. So here y coordinate is 1. So value of sine pi by 2 is 1. Similarly for 180 degree, come to this position. Then here for 180 degree, value of sine pi is 0. Now for 3 pi by 2, we will get the point P here. So value of sine 3 pi by 2 is minus 1. So with reference to this figure, we will find out the values of sine ratio for this particular angle. Now for 2 pi, means rotating up to this, we will get this position, and here it is 0, y coordinate is 0. Y coordinate is 0 means value of sine ratio is 0. So sine 2 pi is 0. Now here the angle is minus pi by 2. Now from positive x-axis we have to measure this angle in clockwise direction. So if you consider minus pi by 2, then you will get here, and here the value of y coordinate is minus 1. So sine of minus pi by 2 is minus 1. Similarly, if you rotate this, then the angle will be minus pi. So sine minus pi is 0. Then if you rotate this up to this position, then the value of y coordinate is 1. That means it is the value of sine of minus 3 pi by 2. So sine of minus 3 pi by 2 is 1. And if you rotate this, and if you complete the rotation, and then you will get this position. So sine of minus 2 pi will be 0. So remember, value of y coordinate after rotation, value of y coordinate is nothing but the value of sine ratio, and from this figure we get the values of sine ratio for all these standard angle. Now with reference to this, we will draw the graph of sine ratio. So let us see now. Now take all the angles, all the standard angles on x-axis, and you have to take the value 1 and minus 1 on y-axis with proper scale, because we know that the range of sine function is minus 1 to 1. Maximum value is 1, minimum value is minus 1, and 0 is here. Now depending on this table, we will draw the points. So for here 0 degree, sine 0 is 0. So take the point here. Then for pi by 2, now we know that sine pi by 2 is 1. So here we will show that point. Then sine pi is 0. So you will get the point here. Then sine 3 pi by 2 is minus 1. So take the point here. Then sine 2 pi is again 0. Similarly for negative side, sine of minus pi by 2 is minus 1. So you will get the point here. So draw all the points from this table. Then sine of minus pi is 0. Then sine of minus 3 pi by 2 is 1. So show the point here. and then sine of minus 2 pi is 0. So we get all the positions of the points with respect to all these standard angles. Now we have to join all these points by using arc. Okay, so see how will you join all these points. It is the curve, so I will join the 2 points like this. Then this is the graph of the sine function. It is just like a wave. Do not draw this by using scale. You have to draw like this here. Similarly, complete the graph to the negative axis like this. Join all the points without scale. Do not draw the straight line. So this is the graph of sine function. Okay, so for all these standard angles, by considering all these standard angle, we get the graph of sine function like this. Okay, thank you.